and gentlemen, esteemed lecturers, my fellow students and Africans vibrant mind, we are the Group 2 representatives. My name is Anthony Blessing Peace, and here is with me. It is a great honor and a deep sense of responsibility that we stand before you today to speak on a topic that echoes in the mind of many young Africa and indeed the world at large, redefining African leadership for a new generation. Let's begin with a question. How many of us here think Africa deserves a better leadership? Exactly. That says it all. We know something is wrong. Now the question is, what are we going to do about it? I stand before you not as a lecturer, not as a politician, but a young Africa with a voice, just like you are. A voice that is tired of hearing failed promises, yet hopeful enough to believe we can write a story together. Let's look at the reality check. Let's look at the reality check, a tale of promise and problem. In Africa, it is a continent of contrast. It is a continent of contrast. We have the richest lands, oil in Nigeria, coal beds in Congo. We have diamond in Sierra Leone. We also have leaders who are torn into dictatorial ministries, who travel abroad for medical checkup, while their citizens dies in an underfunded hospitals. Parliament that passes budgets benefiting to the elite, while the children studies under the tree. Can we clap for that? No, we can't and we shouldn't. Why we define African leadership? Because the current system is outdated. It is a relic of post-colonial confusion. Most of our so-called leaders are still stuck in the 1970s, applying solutions to digital problems. Let's look at some examples. In Cameroon, President Paul Biya has been in power since 1982. That is even longer than some of us have been alive. In Zimbabwe, the late Mugabe ruled for 37 years. Even when the people asked for a change, the power structure refused to let go. In Nigeria, we have seen recycled leaders, even decades of returning, they still do little differently. But the truth is, leadership is not about power, it is about purpose. It is not about age, it is about relevance. The new definition of leadership. Let me redefine African leadership for us now today. Number one is accountable. They must be answered to the people, not just to the party. Number two, dictionary. They think of tomorrow, not just today. Number three, tech survey. They understand the power of digital tools, global trends, data. People with disabilities must be included in the agenda. Number four, transparent. They don't just preach integrity, but they live in it. The good news is we are the new generation. You, me, and all of us.
Yes. To redefine African leadership, what are the role of we young people? How many of you are on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook? Yes, we are all online. But the question is, are we all using our platform to challenge the status quo? Leadership is not about sitting in the governor's office. It's about you influencing your world. Use your video to speak against injustice. Pick up your pen, your microphone, your smartphone to shake the table. Youth are not just the future of Africa. We are its present architects. Imagine if Chimayi Ngozi, Trevor Noah, Burna Boy, or Thames never dared to rise above the system. We would be having a global voice representing us with pride. Now let me ask you again. How many of us believe that corruption is one of Africa's biggest problems? How many of us believe that youth have the power to think about change? How many of you want to be part of the solution, not only online, but in real life? Don't let us underestimate our power. The media and mass communication. As a mass communication student, I must emphasize this and start spotlighting change makers. We must hold people accountable, create podcasts, shoot documentaries, and start making campus conversations. Don't just go viral, go valuable. Media is how we awaken minds, how we win hearts, and how we build movements. I call you to action. Africa is not a continent of poverty. It is a continent of potential. And potential means nothing without action being taken. We must challenge the old system with our new ideas. We must break the cycle of silence with boldness. We must stop saying one day and start saying today. Now, don't let us be remembered only just for the number of likes we get online, but for the legacy we left behind for the incoming generation and the new life and the real life. Now, in conclusion, I leave you with this. If not now, when? If not here,
Where?
if not us. Africa is
Waiting. The world is watching. History is calling. Let's redefine African leadership. Not tomorrow, but today. Thank you.